Today we're going to talk about what it's like to date. And I recently had the opportunity to reconnect with someone that I used to go to high school with. And he was sharing with me some of his recent experiences in dating. And I asked him if I could use an experience that he had as inspiration for this video. And he said it was okay. So I'm giving him the credit for this video. He said that one of his experiences was that a woman told him that in order to date him, he had to pay a bill for her. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, so for the privilege of having this woman's affection, he had to give her money to pay a bill, like a phone bill or an electric bill or something like that. And to me, that sounds very transactional. It sounds, okay, I'm kind of in a harsh mood today, and so I'm just going to be straight up and harsh about it. But it sounds like prostitution to me. That love is not free. It's like if you give me money, I give you affection. And we all know in this day and age that a lot of times in relationships, sex is a part of that. So a lot of times people don't wait for marriage these days. And we'll just be realistic about that for just a second. We know we should, but a lot of people don't. So you're telling me that if sex comes with this relationship, money has to exchange. That's prostitution. So I went to the Bible and I have a lot of biblical references for what I'm about to say, but I'm going to put that in the description below because I'm really just interested in talking at this point. And I know that a lot of people are going to argue with me about this is not prostitution. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There's a couple of definitions of prostitution in the dictionary, but one of the definitions is the state of being involved in or devoted to corrupt or unworthy purposes. And so here's what I'm going to tell you. Love is not transactional. It's actually a covenant. And when you decide that you are going to ask a man to pay a bill, when you demand that he has to take care of you in certain ways, like you demand that he has to give you money to get your nails done or your hair done, what you're doing is you're taking away a couple of things. Number one is a relationship is not supposed to be self-centered. It's supposed to be mutual. And a lot of men want to provide, but the moment that you demand it is the moment that they start feeling some kind of way about it. So had you not demanded, they probably would have offered anyway. Or if you had said, I'm having trouble this month taking care of some things, do you mind helping? Then if you're in a relationship and you've been in a relationship for a little bit, most men probably wouldn't mind helping. It would probably make them feel like a provider. And it would show you that later down the line, they will take care of you, which is something that you would want your future husband to do. But when you trade access to any part of yourself in exchange for getting a bill paid, I'm sorry, but you're prostituting yourself out. And you should probably have just a little bit more self-worth than that and self-esteem. Like, really, what are your values? And I know a lot of people don't think of it that way because you're wanting to make sure that this man is willing to take care of you. But really, what you're doing is you're creating a pay to play type of access. And a lot of men, even men who don't care about you, if they want to play, then they will pay. I mean, think about how many men go to prostitutes. It doesn't mean that they care. What it means is they'll pay out a little bit of money as long as you shell out what you say you will. It doesn't say anything about the man, and it doesn't say anything about you. Actually, it says a lot about you, but not in the way that you want. And it doesn't say anything about the man in the way that you would want for a long-term healthy relationship. And it also takes away one of the ways that you can decide if this man is worthy of keeping around. Because if he is a man who doesn't care about you, doesn't want to provide for you, doesn't want to take care of you, but he is just paying to play, then you can't make that decision. You won't know because you have demanded that he do something and he has decided that that's what he's going to do just to get access to you. However, if you had just let things play out and let him show you who he really was, you would have seen that you were wasting your time and move on so that you could be ready for the next person who really might be for you. I think a lot of this has to do with materialism versus contentment. Are you materialistic or can you be content with what you have and what you can provide for yourself? Are you entitled or do you take personal responsibility? Relationships are about both people bringing something to the table. Relationships are about two people having responsibilities within that relationship. It is not about you as a woman waiting for a man to do all of the work. It's also, I think this has to do with provision versus exploitation. No man wants to feel used. And so by demanding that men pay bills to get access to you or take you to the salon and get your hair and nails done ever so often, a man, it gets easy for a man to feel used versus, him thinking that he's providing. And it makes him feel some kind of way. It makes him wonder, is my value in this relationship only what's in my wallet? And will I be respected? It also has to do with mutual submission, which I've done a video on submission, versus a power trip. Like, are you thinking that you hold all the cards because you're calling all the shots? Relationships are about two people submitting to each other. But demanding that a man pays your bills or provides for you in a specific type of way unless there is mutually agreed upon. And it's a discussion and not a demand, can create a sense of entitlement. It can create a power trip where one person thinks that they can control the other. And that's a relationship that's never going to work. Wherever there is balance, there is a relationship. And that balance is created where the roles are agreed upon between both people, where the man and the woman decide if a man will provide and the woman will stay home, if they'll both work, if the woman works and the man stays home, however the roles play, whatever the rules are. But to say that you must pay a bill, that if you don't, then I'm going to leave, that you can't have access to me, that I won't be in a relationship with you, that is control and that is manipulation. And it has no part in a relationship, a true relationship. Until the next time, may the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord turn his face to you and give you peace. I love y'all. Have a great day.